The goal of this journey was to fish and explore 4 of the 5 Great Lakes, the St Clair River, and Lake St. Clair. Bad weather kept us off Lake Michigan, so we decided to fish the pier in Grand Haven, Michigan. Once in Port Huron, Michigan, we launched and followed the Black River to access the St. Clair River and Lake Huron. We were drifting the boat in the current at 5.2 to 7.8 knots, 20 feet off of the bank on the Michigan side, trolling a 3/4 of an ounce KO wobbler spoon behind the boat at a 6 to 10 foot depth. Managed to put a nice steelhead in the boat, although somewhat chaotic. We about took out the city boardwalk fishing pier. Apologies to all those on the pier. Memorial Day found us on Lake St. Clair. We hung a right coming out of Lake St. Clair Metro Park and followed the western shoreline down to Grossa Point shores, averaging 12 to 20 feet of water and fishing grassy flats. Due to not knowing the lake and cold front conditions, I decided to freeline some shiners. We landed numerous smallmouth on the boat, not the monsters that Lake St. Clair is known for, but a good morning of fishing. The following day, bad weather kept us off of Lake Ontario, allowing time to visit Toronto and the Canadian side of Niagara Falls. The next day, conditions weren't much better, high winds, waves, and cold temps, but we gave it a go on Lake Ontario. Blown off the water by lunchtime, we decided to head south to Lake Erie, to see if conditions were any better. The conditions were actually worse. Higher winds and waves on the other side of the rock jetty at the Welland Canal entrance to Lake Erie prevented us from going out. So it will have to be another trip to find out if Port Colborne is the ultimate fishing town. All of the lakes we visited in this region are large, massive bodies of water. As far as the eye can see, no land, with large boats, and beautiful deep blue water. This area is rich in amazing scenery and a great fishery, but use caution. Calm waters can turn rough and a good day can go to a bad one quickly, so know your boat's limits and yours before heading out.
Drifting through the evening like a Sunday cloud. A somber song is playing, but there's nobody listening. The hands of time are running out. The world goes on pretending. Changes if you know the deal. Wind and willow, unexplainable to something that you behind the veil, the shadow of the doubt. Is there something more to this than only existing? Locked inside with no